Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories. It's time for another episode of my Pro-Contra series, where I play devil's advocate and try to find all the arguments for and against a country winning Eurovision. And today I want to do Alessandra and Norway and find all the arguments for them winning Eurovision 2023. Thank you for your comments in the community tab of this channel, which I have used for this video as well. So let's get to the first argument, which a lot of you have mentioned. Queen of Kings is already a viral hit, especially on TikTok, but also on Spotify and all other social media platforms. So lots and lots of people will have heard this song before the final of Eurovision and will remember when it comes on that they have heard it before, whether consciously or subconsciously, doesn't really matter. They will have a connection to this song already. And that is a big, big advantage, I think, in Eurovision, where you only have 3 minutes to convince someone to vote for you. And it might make the song also more memorable until the voting comes along and people have to pick up the phone to vote for their favorites. I think being a viral hit also helps with media coverage before the contest. Lots of international reporters might mention that this is a viral hit and that it is one of the favorites, and that will put more focus on the song as well. Then a lot of you say that it's a very catchy, well-produced pop song. Very much agree with that. It is very catchy and it has a structure that is quite mainstream, very poppy, but there's also an element of that makes it quite Eurovision, that makes it a bit gimmicky as well, which can help make it stand out against other more mainstream pop songs like, for example, Tattoo or Unicorn from Israel, even though that is also has a quite interesting structure. Then it has and leaves a great first impression. A lot of you have commented that you love this song the first time you listen to it, which of course for Eurovision is incredibly important. And then it kind of got a little less love from you with more listens. But if it leaves the first great impression, this is what is most important for doing well at Eurovision, obviously. It is 100% Eurovision. This is the kind of song that people expect when they tune in to Eurovision. They will get into it right away, not only because it leaves a great first impression, but also because this kind of fits their expectation of what is going to happen. So they can concentrate on liking the song and getting into the song and don't have to spend 1 or 2 minutes trying to figure out what is going on. And I think that is also a big advantage for Norway this year, especially with so many edgy out-of-the-box performances like Finland, like Croatia, and lots of other countries have that, Austria as well. So that might be an advantage. Slay Queen style is something that one of my subscribers mentioned, and I love that kind of title for the song because it's very true. And this is the kind of female empowerment, girl power song that really usually does really well at Eurovision and people really get into it. And she does project a lot of power, a lot of strength, but at the same time, she also seems vulnerable and like someone you want to hug and say everything will be all right. And she manages to do that at the same time in the very same performance. And I think that is really, really impressive, actually, and can be quite impactful because you appeal with the power message to a certain demographic and with the more vulnerable side to another demographic. And that might be a middle of the road thing where everyone kind of likes this entry. Then there are Viking and Nordic references in the lyrics and also a bit in the performance. She sings of the Northern Lights and being the Queen of Kings. And we know that these kinds of songs do well at Eurovision. We had Kano, but also Denmark a few years ago that had all of these Viking references. I'm blanking on the name of the song right now. Please let me know in the comments. That did really, really well in the televote, because I do think that in Eurovision, if you have a few stereotypical elements, Voila was very typically French and came second in the televote. Il Volo was very stereotypically Italian and won the televote. So I do think that these Viking and Nordic references make it more Norwegian to people, and that's why they might like it even more. It will come alive in the hall. This is the kind of song that Eurovision fans love a lot, and the fans at the venue, you lucky bastards who got tickets for Eurovision this year, will go crazy for this, and this will translate through the screen to the audience that this is a very energetic performance and song, and that will help it a lot once people are voting. The vocals, Alessandra is a good vocalist, especially for a song like this that is a bit Eurovision, a bit gimmicky. Sometimes we have these kinds of songs and people don't really sing that well for them, but she does have good vocal chops and can carry this performance, I do think. Then this kind of goes to what I said about the power and vulnerability at the same time. I also think that this song has aspects that will please the juries. The catchy, well-produced pop song, very slick. The performance, I think, will be much better than in the national final as well. And juries can really go for this. And then the televote, it is just fun, engaging, energetic, and the televote can definitely go for this as well. And so Norway could do a Duncan and come second with both or third with both and sneak through and get the crown, because the other songs are more either jury friendly or televote friendly. I do see that scenario, and that is a very good place to start for Norway to win Eurovision 2023. Then there's an Italian part at the beginning, which makes the song that little bit more interesting. And of course, Alessandra is half Italian, which might also help with some points from Italy. Now, these are all the parts and arguments I could think of for Norway winning Eurovision. Let me know in the comments if you have any more that I have missed, and let me know your opinion as well, whether Norway will win Eurovision or not. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this one. The counter video I already published yesterday, but more videos like this are coming out about the other entries. So please subscribe, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye bye.